Every day, you're handed a personality based on your birth year. Gen Z is fragile. Gen X is tough. Millennials are entitled. Boomers are out of touch. But if you've ever felt like none of these costumes fit, you're not confused. You're noticing something real. Do you honestly feel like you match the stereotype of your generation? Most people don't. And the reason isn't that you're special. It's that the whole framework is shakier than we've been sold. Meet Alex. Alex is 50. He manages younger colleagues, and he carries this quiet guilt because he doesn't feel like the Gen X survivor he's supposed to be. He's empathic. He overthinks. He hates conflict, so he assumes something is wrong with him. We've been trained to see humans as categories instead of individuals. And once you accept the category, you start interpreting everything through it. A young person asks for help. Weak generation. An older person sets boundaries. Cold generation. That's not science. That's a shortcut. Now here's the part that changes everything. A massive study looked at 82,147 people across decades and asked a simple question. Do people from Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z actually differ in personality? This wasn't a casual online quiz. These were applicants for aviation training, tested during selection procedures between 1987 and 2019, and crucially, they were roughly the same age range, 17 to 24 when measured. So it's not older people versus younger people, it's young people in different decades. What did they find? Generational differences existed, but they were extremely small. So small that the stereotype wars we live in don't match the data. Tiny means this: if you lined up a Gen X young adult and a Gen Z young adult, you wouldn't reliably guess who is who from personality alone. You'd be wrong too often. The label feels confident, the prediction is weak. So why does it feel like generations are different species? Because we confuse personality with presentation. The same study found something fascinating. Across generations, applicants became more inclined to present themselves in a socially desirable way, basically faking good more convincingly. In a world of social media, interviews, and constant judgment, image management becomes a survival skill. So Alex watches a younger colleague speak in polished mental health language and thinks they're softer. But often, what he's seeing is not softer personality. It's better social scripting. A generation trained to narrate themselves. Next mistake, we blame generation for what is really age and life stage. Young adults push back, they experiment, they question institutions. Middle age stabilizes, responsibilities tighten the schedule. That cycle repeats in every era. Every few decades, older people say the young are lazy, sensitive, and doomed. And every few decades, the young say the old are rigid and out of touch. It feels new, but it's an old human pattern wearing new technology. Here's another uncomfortable truth. In that aviation dataset, gender differences were more consistent than generational differences. Across generations, women scored higher on empathy and emotional instability, and lower on vitality. So if you want predictors, birth year is often a weaker one. Now add one more layer. Environment shapes skills without rewriting your basic traits. Gen X learned autonomy in higher consequence environments, often with less supervision. That doesn't mean steal DNA, it means practice under pressure. Think of personality like an operating system. Your hardware, core traits, changes slowly. Your software, language, norms, coping skills, self-presentation, updates fast. Most generational fights are people judging software and calling it hardware. And yes, there's another reason the generational war won't die. It sells. Belonging sells. Outrage sells. A simple label is easier to monetize than a complicated human. So here's your simple protocol for seeing people clearly. Step 1. Separate hardware from software. Ask, is this a trait or a learned style? Step 2. Swap the label for a life stage. Ask, is this about being 20 or being born in 2002? Step 3. Test the stereotype against the person. Name 3 real observations, not assumptions. When Alex tried this, something clicked. He stopped judging his team through the Gen X, not Gen Z story, and started relating to them through the human story. Fear, ambition, pride, shame, belonging. Connection improved instantly because the enemy was never the generation. It was the myth. Your birth year is a footnote. Your character is the main text. What's one label people put on you that never felt true? Write it down and replace it with 3 real observations about who you actually are. Hit the subscribe button to join our community and get more